This episode is brought to you by
JG
Graybill!
Woo! Now enjoy the episode.
We've got so much stuff to talk about this week, and we're going to start with the most important thing. How tall is Abe Lincoln? Parker and Luke both pulled into the driveway today, and quickly a dispute broke out.
There was a dispute. What is Abe Lincoln's height? I said 6'8",
I said 6'5".
and Owen says...
I just asked how tall was Abe Lincoln,
Oh.
because
Okay.
Parker was talking about, for prom, he wishes that he would have worn
had
a top
the
hat.
foresight to wear a top hat.
But unfortunately,
It's too
he
late
didn't,
right now.
and then obviously that's going to lead to Abe Lincoln talk. And so, yeah, Parker says 6'8", Luke says 6'5". Just to pick one, I'll say 6'4". Oh, there it is. He was 6'4". Crazy.
See, I don't know how... If it's Wikipedia, we can't...
That's true. We have been told not to trust Wikipedia.
6'10".
That is not. No,
That
that's
says
Andrew
5'10".
Johnson, 5'10".
Oh, man.
Height 6'4".
No, but that's Wikipedia. You can't... trust
Wikipedia
that.
is the most reliable source.
Standing
Time.com.
6'4". Man.
We've seen it on multiple
No, but-
source,s
No, with
Oh.
the... Wait.
With the
We
top
weren't
hat.
talking about with the top hat,
Like,
though.
Yeah.
No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were.
There's no... We were
When-
definitely... I love how with his hat on is the first thing that
Well,
comes up.
I mean,
How tall was his hat?
7 to 8 inches. So,
Almost 7 foot.
yep.
He would have
7.
been right around 6'11".
So 7 inches. So 6'11". So I was closer.
no,
Good
because
try,
you,
Luke.
you didn't specify with the hat on.
No, but
no
he
one-
never leaves public without his hat.
All of the pictures
Did you know
that
him
come
personally?
up, every single picture on here, he is not wearing his hat.
But that's because
images.
someone's drawing him. They're drawing him.
So they can't draw hats?
He's out in public.
Oh.
Okay. Pretty sure he did not always wear his hat. So Luke was closer to right. Sorry, Parker. Abe Lincoln, 6'4". Good to start off with something really important like that.
Definitely.
The original plan for what we were going to start with before that happened was softball stories, because
Absolutely.
you guys attended a 9 o'clock start, slow pitch.
9:15 start.
Oh, sorry.
9:15 start.
Men's softball league under the lights.
Yep.
So much fun.
What stories? What happened? Did you win? How did it go?
There was a crazy story. So, do you want to share it?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. All right. I get up to bat first, right? Bang, struck out.
Not lead off, he bats second.
I bat second.
Okay.
Yeah. Struck out right away. I'll go through all my at bats real quick. This isn't the story, but struck out. Hit a ground ball to third baseman. Couldn't outrun it, but I was close because I sprinted really fast. And then what did I do next? Oh yeah, then I struck out again, but it was a terrible call on that strikeout.
I didn't think it was a strike, but I also don't really know how to judge slow pitch pitches, so it was
Yeah.
kind of tough.
I
Didn't
don't-
look like a strike.
I
but-
stared at the ump after that one. And then my fourth at bat and final at bat was my best hit yet, but I line drived it at the pitcher and he caught it.
Ooh.
And yep. So I was 0 for 4 on getting on base, which is very solid for your first time. And I could definitely do better. But Luke, on the other hand, was not 0 for 4.
I was 2 for 2. My first at bat, I hit a base hit, liner to the shortstop, beat it out. That was my first at bat. My second at bat, hit an absolute tater to left field. Didn't go over the fence, hit the top of the
I
fence.
thought it was
but
going over. It hit
we
the
all,
top
it
of the
looked
fence.
like it was going over.
Yeah.
But it hit the top of the fence. But I made it home anyway because
The
I'm
exit
fast.
velocity was crazy.
Yeah, absolute tater. I smoked that one. Third at bat, I walked because
Yeah, they
you
were.
know,
They
we were
called
down.
a timeout or
Yeah,
whatever.
we were
They
down.
called a timeout.
We were down 3, and there were bases were loaded, and so they intentionally walked me
Yeah. Bases were loaded, and they intentionally walked
because
Luke.
I would have hit another tater.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They intentionally walked Luke,
So yeah,
and we ended up losing.
yeah, 10-8.
But it was close. It was a lot
Yeah.
closer than I thought. I was playing in the outfield, and no balls came right to me. There was one that I definitely could have caught, Another one.
I would say it was right. I mean, you had to move to it, but you just had to run in a little bit.
I had to sprint to it. I was sprinting.
Yeah, that's the point of the outfield.
Right. And it was at my legs even when I was going. It was a hard. It would have been really hard, but I definitely could have had it. I think next time I should just play with no glove on. Just catch it with my hands. That'd be a lot easier.
Sure.
Anyway.
Go for it. What was the crazy story?
Luke hitting a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Although this
know.
old guy also hit a bomb.
Oh, Luke and the old guy.
Yeah, I don't know. He was on our team. He was like, he just smoked one. It was crazy.
Okay.
But it was like through 4 innings, it was like 1-0.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, people just started hitting. Not me, but other people. So, yeah, it was super fun. And it only took like it went.
We were done by like
fast.
10:15.
We were done by like
Wow.
10:15. Yeah.
Hour game.
Right.
It's not bad.
Yeah, so it was great. We only
Okay.
had like.
All the counts started 1-1, so I think that helped a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
I made like 7 outs in the field. Played
Nice.
second base. Solid.
Yeah, we only had like what 9 guys, 10 guys or something.
9.
9. So we all
Perfect
played
amount.
every time.
No, 10 because we had 4 outfielders.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 outfielders.
Nice. Were there any, like, did you have any interactions with like the other team? Was there any? I
Yeah.
don't know, what's the trash talk level?
So
in
it was like a bunch
It's
of
a
like,
church league.
It was like a
So
church
there was
league.
not
yeah.
much trash talk.
No.
Yeah.
Prayed
I
before
think
the
you
game.
can still have trash talk
Well,
in a church
yeah,
league.
but there wasn't much of
It's
that.
fine.
It's pretty.
Keep it clean.
Well, and we
but-
played LCBC, which is me and Luke's church.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
You guys
knew
were
what-
traitors.
We both knew somebody on the other team.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm telling Adam that you were playing for this team." I was-
See, that's the stuff we need to know
yeah,
about.
Adam is my youth pastor.
You guys were traitors.
Yep. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm telling Adam."
And then let's see, what's the other thing I wanted to say?
They tried
yeah.
to recruit you away. Like, hey, come over to our team.
No,
next
not
time.
me. They might recruit Luke though. I said I think I did your team more good than my team, so I'm actually not a traitor.
After the game, they're trying to talk to like Luke. Our team could really use you. Think we got a shot at the championship this year? And Parker's also there. He's like, oh yeah, you want me too? And they're like, nah, I mean maybe, but like that's fine.
It was
It's okay.
funny
You don't have to.
Because Luke, the second time he stepped up to bat, was just like in shorts, you know, and then he just smokes a homer, and it's like, oh, like everybody else is wearing pants and looks like official.
I didn't even have a uniform on. I literally just
Yeah,
had a
Luke-
red
Luke-
Nike
oh,
they didn't give
baseball
you
shirt
uniforms?
on.
They gave me a shirt.
They only had one though.
Yeah, they only have one.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you had the right color at least.
Yeah, it
Your
was-
team was red.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
But I mean, baseball is cool because you don't sweat at all. It's not like basketball. Which is,
Sure.
It also wasn't.
Depends
that
on the
hot out.
weather.
yeah. And we were
Yeah.
wearing shorts too.
Yeah, that helps. And you're not wearing catcher's gear. Catcher's gear, you have to sweat in that a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely your legs because you got the things over your legs. But yeah, especially when it's really hot out, and your head sweats a lot because you've got a big old helmet over your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there was this one play where I think it was probably left center / center field relayed it into me, and I put a tag down on second base, got the guy out. He was safe by a mile. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
definitely safe.
That was
but
funny.
there was only a home plate umpire.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what
he has
happened
no
was
idea.
like if this is second base
and you
home
sold it
plate's
too.
over
You
here,
like swooped down and held up your hand.
yeah, and I
That
held,
you
held
always
the ball.
hold it.
Yeah,
Always hold it up.
show him the ball to make him think that you're
confidence.
Uh-huh.
confident. Yeah.
Yep.
But like this is second base and home plate's over here. So the umpire's like over here. He slides head first and then he lifts up. He lifts this arm out of the way and reaches around with this arm. He gets to the bag before I can get the tag on.
Can't see
I
it.
missed because he like avoided it. But to the home plate umpire, it just looks like I had the tag in there.
Nice.
The best part was the guy that I knew on the other team was that guy that was sliding into second base.
Oh, there's the kick. Okay. Wow. All right. That's that adds another layer to it. So did he like try to dispute it?
Oh yeah, he chirped at me a little bit, chirped at the umpire a little
Nice.
bit.
Nice. I think that this is really well timed because in sports literature we just wrapped up our baseball unit, which was just Parker's favorite, and so I'm sure he was
It's
really
my
able.
least favorite.
He was really able to appreciate this game more. It's the first like baseball game you've ever played.
Yeah.
in, right?
Oh yeah.
So the baseball unit in sports lit probably really helped you out.
No,
Just an
it didn't help.
appreciation of the game, you know?
No, it's not appreciate. I mean, it was fun. I had a good time. Would I have rather played a lot of other sports? Yeah. But I had a great time.
On the list, what is it in the top 10? The top 20?
I would say it's top 20, yeah.
Okay.
Because I can't think of 20 sports. But top 10, probably not if you count like spike ball, cornhole as sports. You know, those are
sure.
recreational. Ping
Yeah.
pong, you know, those are all above it.
Okay. Ping pong is above.
I love
It's a
ping
little
pong.
bit disrespectful.
What? That's not disrespectful.
Actually, no. Cornhole being higher is more disrespectful
No,
than
it's
ping
No,
pong.
not.
cornhole's legit.
Cornhole is fun.
Ping pong, you can at least say it's an Olympic
I'll
sport.
list ping pong,
Cornhole, oh boy, here we
golf,
go. This is gonna be good.
cornhole, spike ball, basketball, volleyball, football, tennis.
Oh, he's at 8. 8 sports he'd rather play other than baseball
Hockey.
/ softball.
Rather play
That's
hockey.
not true.
Yeah.
You would get
Not
killed
ice
in
hockey, not ice hockey, street hockey.
Okay.
I can't play ice hockey and skiing.
It's valid.
All right, so baseball's 11th. We'll take it.
That's not 11, but I just listed 10.
It sounds better that way though.
Baseball's definitely
And
in
running.
my top 3.
I guess you could
I would
you
agree.
could take out hockey, put in like
Running?
running,
Sure, whatever. That was
like cross country.
yeah. It was really great in our unit. We watched clips periodically from the Ken Burns baseball documentary, and Parker sits behind me, and so just like every couple minutes or so, it's just like that's not true.
Yeah,
In
they
my
said
ear behind
they
me,
said
that's a lie.
this old
this
guy-
is ridiculous.
this old guy said baseball is just truly the greatest sport of all time, and I'm like, yeah, according to old people, like not according to the new generation. Baseball is just a bunch of old millionaires that are fighting and arguing all the time.
I feel like that's more football owners
Yeah.
than anything else.
Yeah.
No.
Well, but millionaires would be the players.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And baseball is pretty bad at that. Football's also not great at it.
Basketball is
the
great at
The
it.
NBA has a lot of old billionaire owners too, though.
But
so,
Mark Cuban is friends with the guys, you know?
so it's okay.
Yeah.
Problem solved. So Mark Cuban, you're giving Mark Cuban the credit for
Yeah. You know who else
making
deserves
basketball
credit?
popular.
Elon Musk. You see what he did recently?
Did
Bought
he buy a
Twitter?
team?
No.
Oh.
So he bought Twitter, obviously.
Yeah.
Didn't do that.
But he added just yesterday that his sale is his purchase is contingent on Twitter having less than 5% of accounts being bot accounts. So if it
Oh.
exceeds 5%, then like he's not going to purchase it, but that's
Yeah.
going to cause a lot of stuff. So he might be able to get a better deal on Twitter.
Mm.
So he's just a genius.
That's win-win because then he might be able to get the better deal, or just the win for everybody else of there being less bots on
Right.
Twitter.
That's Elon just creates win-wins for himself and others.
And that's how you succeed in life, folks.
Create win-wins.
You want to do Parker's pep talk, and it's just on how to create win-wins.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
Here we go, on the fly. I had this prepped for later in the episode, but when an opportunity arises and you have a motivational speaker who's as good at ad-libbing as Parker, you just go on a whim about win-wins. Elon Musk creating win-wins, how to win-win at life.
Life is so simple. All you need to do is two things: win and create wins. When I say win and create wins, I mean you gotta win and you gotta create wins for other people. Now, how do you do this? How do you win, but without at the expense of another person? You do this by adding value. You can add value to people's lives by just being who you are. Be that inner human that you are, as triumphant and passionate and personable as you can be. Look into the other person's eye and say, I love you. You are my brother.
Oh, it's coming back. It's coming. I love how the music cut there. That was perfect. Okay,
You are
back with the piano.
You're my brother. We are one in one with each other. A butterfly flying together to the highest depths of the Cancun Mountains in Mexico. You would just soar through the gracious ridges of Idaho Valley, and then you will fight the deep fight in the coal mines of Nebraska. And then you'll come out the other side in Santa Barbara, California, and feel the ocean waves on your skin as you and the entire 7.8 billion people of the population join the fight for a greater nation, for a greater community, for a greater passion of fighting for this country in a win-win scenario. It doesn't matter where your path may lead. It only matters the destination, and your destination is winning. Your friend's destination is winning, and all of your destinations are winning. Losing has no place in your mind right now, because as you take on this battle against the evil forces of whatever may be facing you, you will not be thinking about losing. Winning is the only thing on your mind, and I don't want anybody else to steal any of your time.
Wow. Always amazing.
That was quite motivational.
My one question was, you referenced the whole 7.8 billion population and then fighting for this country. But I mean, a lot of people want to come to America.
I meant by this country, I mean the country of winning. It's a new country.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
we formed our new country.
Right over my head.
Right, it was.
Is it kind of like a Hunger Games type thing
was
where we're all
high
just in
level.
like one like area?
Right, we created our new country is in the ocean of Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's right off the coast of California.
Why Santa Barbara? Just because?
They have great volleyball culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So we created
And it's nice-
step one, we created winning, and now within the country we are winning.
We are winning.
Yeah.
Right.
Valid.
So
We are winners.
Yeah. Speaking of winners, the team that wins the NBA championship gets the Larry O'Brien trophy. And for the first 75 years of the NBA, it's been the same, but they gave it a makeover. It's not like a huge change. It's like the same structure. They just changed like a bit of the design, like the features on the outside of it. So like the silhouette and the structure is still the same. But that brought the question, who's Larry O'Brien? It's the Larry O'Brien trophy. So obviously he must have done something important in the NBA. It's not Naismith.
Okay.
Naismith is the one who created basketball. So Larry O'Brien didn't create basketball. I'm guessing he was a coach of some sort.
So, Lawrence Francis O'Brien Jr. was born in July 7th, 1917, and died approximately 73 years later on September 28th, 1990.
Didn't you tell us not to trust Wikipedia when we were doing the Abe Lincoln thing?
This isn't from Wikipedia.
It's the most reliable source.
He was an American politician and was one of the United States Democratic Party's leading electoral strategists for more than 2 decades. He served as Postmaster General in the cabinet of President Lyndon Johnson and chair of the Democratic National Committee.
Way more presidential talk than I thought there would be.
Yeah.
He also
like we are
served
going
as
back to
commissioner
Abe
of the NBA from 1975 to 1984. The NBA championship trophy is named after him. So he was the commissioner of the NBA.
Okay.
As
And
well
also a
as a cabinet
politician.
member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So early life in politics.
So it may have been that Larry O'Brien, as the commissioner, was like, you know what, guys? I think we should name this trophy the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And no one could say no because he was the commissioner.
Right. Yep.
Interesting.
Guess where he was born?
England.
Springfield, Massachusetts.
Dang it, almost had it.
That's where basketball started.
Sure.
That's where
Like that we're
he
definitely
created it. That's where
James
Yeah.
Naismith
Yeah.
created it.
Yeah.
I love how the two people who created a sport that is now run by a guy named LeBron James were Larry and James.
Right. That's kind of
James
crazy.
Naismith and Larry O'Brien.
Yeah.
Just a couple of white guys out here creating basketball.
Yep.
And then
Oh, he
yeah.
was a member of the inner circle known as the Irish Mafia. So this is before he went into politics. He was a member of the Irish Mafia.
Of course he was. Of course,
I guess
Larry
they didn't have
O'Brien.
great background checks back then.
Oh,
Yeah, I
my
guess
word.
not.
It makes sense.
And some of his policies, he successfully lobbied President Kennedy to like support the Irish Mafia.
That seems like a bit of a conspiracy theory, but okay.
And he also lobbied
Sure, why not?
for increasing the minimum wage.
There you go.
There you go.
Sure.
Nice.
How does that benefit the Irish Mafia, though?
I don't think they're related.
I bet it could, though. There might have been an angle.
He was an eyewitness to Kennedy's assassination.
This guy led an interesting life.
He was Postmaster General, as I said. He canceled mail-by-rail contracts,
No.
electing to move first-class mail via air and road transport, which had a devastating effect on passenger train revenues, and led directly to the ending
always
of many
wondered who did
passenger
that.
train routes.
Wow.
Man, quotations.
R.I.P. passenger trains.
Here's some quotes by Larry O'Brien,
Oh,
then we'll
boy.
move on. Volunteers are essential to the success of any political campaign. There is no such thing as having a surplus of volunteers. O'Brien, 1960 campaign manual of President Kennedy.
Sure.
All right. Second quote. I am proud to be part of the Irish Mafia. Politics is the art of the possible, and it is an intensely personable art.
There's no way he admitted he was part of the Irish Mafia.
No, he said, I'm proud to be a
Okay.
politician.
All right.
But that is funny that he was part of the Irish Mafia.
His name fits it though. Like if I were to
Larry
tell
O'Brien.
you this guy, he's in the Irish Mafia. His name's Larry O'Brien. Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Larry O'Brien Jr.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's junior.
Oh yeah, he's well. I
Okay.
said it at the beginning. His
Okay,
actual name
Larry
is
O'Brien Jr.
Lawrence.
Mm.
Lawrence Francis O'Brien Jr.
Francis. That's also. I feel like Francis is a name that's dying quickly.
It is.
Francises are kind of just. It's not happening anymore.
I know Francis.
You do?
Christophel. Frank
Oh.
Christophel.
Hmm.
His name is Francis.
Francises aren't
but he
extinct.
doesn't-
They're
he
just
isn't called
endangered.
Frank.
No, he doesn't go by Francis.
No.
Yeah.
Still though, it like legally that is his name.
I think.
Okay.
From what I've been told.
Okay.
Legally, my name is just Parker.
That can't be right.
Well, I accidentally messed it up. Remember on my license. So now I
Well,
think
no,
it's
that's
just...
not how that works, though. That's just
Oh.
your signature.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Good. Although I think I could like if I do become famous, like just Parker, just like Beyonce, you know, Parker.
Again, comparing himself to Beyonce. I feel like this has happened multiple times.
Although unfortunately, like Shakira,
I mean, there's a lot of similarities.
Beyonce, like
Zendaya,
Zendaya. The thing about that those have in common that my name doesn't have in common,
they're all females.
they're all they're all
They
three.
are.
They're all three syllables. Mine is only two, so it's not gonna work. It's unfortunate. If-
Whoa, wait. How,
In order to have like a
They are all
because
three
You can add a
syllables.
little oomph to it. You can be like parkour.
That's just parkour.
Yeah. Parkour.
Like in order to have only one name, it needs to be three syllables, unless or one syllable. Like Drake works too.
Mm.
It's like short, but
You're
two
stuck in
syllables.
the middle.
Right.
What
That's
if you just go by Park?
that could work, but then I would just be like lost in the community of trees. You know. I'd be built out of wood. I don't want that.
That was good. That was good. Yep. Uh-huh. I hope I think Parker's goal in life should be to have a park named after him. You
Parker's
can call
Park.
it Parker's Park. Yeah.
Or Parker's parking
That's
spot.
You've made it in you've made it in life. That's the first step. You get your own parking spot. And then at the end of Parker's life, they name the park after him. And it's Parker's Park. And it'll be great. Random question that I had that I just wrote down in my podcast notes that I figured I would bring up if we have time, and Luke kind of has to be here because I think Luke would have the best answer to this. What did they do with torn ligaments a long time ago? And by a long time ago, I mean like BC. Was it like somebody tore their ACL and it's just like, sorry, dude.
You're
You're
crippled
not
for
going to
the
be
rest
able
of
to
your
walk.
life?
Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't
probably.
heal itself, right? If you tear your ACL,
Wait, I'll look it up.
does it?
Does the ACL...
Is there a way to solve a torn ACL without surgery?
I don't think so.
So it's just like you're done.
Because like if you break a bone, it'll heal back together. But I don't think ligaments work like that. I don't know for sure though.
Okay.
So just a long time ago, BC, if you tore a ligament, it's just that's it.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate. I'd never considered that. It just
What about
it popped
Oprah?
into my head.
Oh,
Ooh, two
Oprah.
syllables.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe it isn't just one or three.
LeBron.
Well, but that's just
people
because that's his first name.
That is his first
People
name.
don't call him
And I know.
LeBron.
Yeah, but like people.
Well,
call him-
Oprah Winfrey. People
Yeah.
use Oprah Winfrey.
Well,
okay.
Like people, what's Zendaya's last name? She
You-
doesn't
yeah,
have one.
Well, she does, but that we don't know it.
Right, Zendaya is.
Oh,
don't
it
know.
only works if you don't know.
Well, no, if you
Their
have a
last name.
pseudonym.
Adele.
Oh,
that's
Luke
good.
is good at
Yeah,
this
that's
game.
good.
I've been constantly trying to think of
Okay.
some.
That's good. Adele, I'll accept. Oprah, I won't because
Oprah Winfrey, yeah.
Just because you know their last name.
Right.
Okay.
Like Zendaya, her real name is a totally different first
Oh,
and last
yeah,
name,
yeah.
but she goes by.
That's
that.
not even her first name?
No.
No.
Ha!
Well, her
Wow.
parents were gonna name her Zendaya.
Okay.
That's like
I don't know.
really random.
Beyonce is pretty random too.
I don't think she has a last name though.
No last name.
That's like her. That's what she goes by, but that's not her real name.
Yeah.
What? How do people come up with this? Like, I get it if that's like actually your first name, but where is this stuff coming from? If it's like, yeah, no, that's not my actual middle name or my actual first name. It's just my name that I go by. Did you look up torn ligaments?
Yeah, it can partially heal itself.
Huh. Okay.
I wonder how much.
But you'll still probably have a limp. You're not gonna be able to do.
Like that would just you're out in the field, you tear. It doesn't even have to be your ACL. You tear any ligament.
But
it's like,
okay,
oh man, that sucks.
Sorry. So if it's bad enough, you're just gonna be crippled back then because it can't like there's no blood that goes to it. There's no blood that supplies it.
It's just severed.
Right. So it goes through like limited healing. Like,
okay.
I guess if you're like, I don't know. But if you like really tear it, like in the NBA, you know, you're just kind of done.
Imagine being the first person ever to tear your ACL.
Was that in reference to Bryce Harper?
I was thinking about torn ligaments. Bryce Harper tore his UCL.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Just like imagine the first person to ever tear a ligament. It's just like, first of all, that would freak you out. What just happened? ACL. What just happened to my leg?
You hear the pop too.
Like, yeah.
Where's your UCL, Owen? Do you know?
In your shoulder or your elbow. Elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Final answer. Because Bryce Harper hurt it throwing.
Yeah.
And so.
Do you know why he's still able to hit though?
Because it's a different motion. Because when you're throwing, your arm goes like that. It extends. But when you're hitting, oh wait, it also extends.
It's because he throws righty, bats lefty.
So
it's
his right
throwing
elbow
arm, so then it's hurt right here.
Mm-hmm.
But when he bats
lefty,
this is the arm that's extending. This arm doesn't.
You're right.
I mean, I guess if you're really
as you guys were discussing arms,
if you're hitting inside.
I was looking up the ancient history of the ACL and treatments.
This is what we need.
Let's hear it.
They have been described since old Egyptian times, and their anatomy was described by the famous
Old Egyptian
Smith papyrus.
Like Moon Knight.
Like Moon Knight.
Hold on, it's not Marvel Minute yet.
3000 BC. Hippocrates also 460 to 370 BC.
Is that where the hypocrite came from? What? That's also unfortunate. If that guy Hippocrates, like his legacy is that hypocrites got named after him.
Yeah. So they're crucial to the nervous system. Blah blah blah.
I would agree with that.
The Weber brothers from Germany noted an abnormal anterior-posterior movement of the tibia after the transection to the ACL.
I don't know what a transection is, but it sounds like they did some studies on it.
Oh, so the first ever description of a rupture of the ACL
Ooh.
was by this Stark. It doesn't say his first name.
Tony
Stark, maybe. I don't know. It just says Stark in 1850.
1850?
1850.
First description of a rupture.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. I mean, it definitely happened before that, but yeah, first description. That still seems late.
1875 described the technique of the Lakeman Test for the first time. He wrote, "Fix the thigh with one hand while with the other hand, blah, blah, blah."
I did not think we would end. We're Googling so much stuff this episode.
We're
learning a lot. That's what's happening
In
here.
1900, Battle first reported an ACL repair. So before 1900... there was no such thing as a repaired ACL.
Crazy.
How many torn ACLs do you think there were in like all the wars and stuff like that?
So many.
So many torn. Because you're running on wet grounds most of the time, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do you just slip and go pop?
And then it's just like...
and then you're done.
Yeah.
You're out. You're gone. You're good.
See ya.
Gone for good.
Wow.
Okay.
But only in the last 120 years have we been able to repair an ACL.
Wow. So
That's crazy.
Baseball, you know, if they had an ACL tear before... because baseball was around before ACL.
Yeah.
That's insane. The Philadelphia Phillies have been a franchise longer than
ACLs
ACL
have been repaired.
repairs.
Wow. So it said he reported it in 1900, but he did it 2 years prior. So 1898. He said the results were satisfactory and no other description was made. So the results were satisfactory.
How many do you think were not satisfactory? Although I guess that's a good thing to be doing that's like a good way to try to learn how to do something new. Like either the results are dissatisfactory and your ACL is still not functioning, or they're satisfactory and it's fixed. So it's not like he's going to be able to like, your ACL's torn, let me try to fix it. I couldn't. It's not like he can really make it worse.
Well, that's
so
what,
good for that guy.
That's what doctors do. Like, say,
killed him.
That'd be really
Hopefully
impressive
not.
if you somehow killed him while trying to fix his ACL.
You can kill anybody in any type of surgery.
if it goes wrong, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, but what about like?
I thought you were gonna say you can kill anybody doing anything, and I was gonna cut it out of context. But you said surgery, thankfully for yourself.
So like that's kind of similar to like what doctors do if like they know they have a patient that like they're dying and there's like no known treatment, but they have like some random like test treatment that like it's not like clinically proven or anything, but like they can give you the option to try it, you know, and it's like what worst thing that's gonna happen is it just
You're
doesn't
dying
work
anyway.
and, yeah, but the best thing that's gonna happen is maybe you're saved.
Maybe it works.
Yeah, right.
I've always wanted to develop a clinical trial. I think that'd be really cool if it worked.
That's a poll question for the Instagram story. Have you ever wanted to develop a clinical trial? I'm guessing it's going to be majority no, but you never
There's gonna
know.
be at least one yes.
Unless you don't see it in time.
It'd be interesting. I mean, it's better than being a part of it. Developing
Very
it
true.
is, I would prefer that to actually being the person who tests it.
You know what else is developing? Storylines in the NBA. Okay? So now, let me explain what I mean by this.
Just let me sit back and get comfortable.
Will Jason Tatum take that next step and win the series? By now, if you're watching or listening to this, you will have already known. Will he beat the Bucks and will he beat Giannis? Or will Giannis come out of that series in Game 7 and prove that he should be in the discussion already for possibly one of the best players of all time? And then you got, on the other side of things, you got, will the Warriors dynasty reign supreme? Or, and you'll already have seen the result of this too, will Luka finally take the next step for him and make it to a conference
the Warriors
finals?
dynasty or the Mavericks?
Or or Luka.
Or CP3 and Devin Booker.
Right. And I was getting there. And then you got...
When you say or, it makes it sound like it's one or the other.
But that's in the one series, right? It's going to be one of those two coming out of that series. And then you also have the Suns over here sitting nice and pretty, right? They got CP3, who hasn't won a ring in his entire career, but he deserves one so much. He's led like 4 teams now to like the best records of all time for their franchises. He's a great player. Will he be able to do it? This could be his last chance. And it would also give young Devin Booker great opportunity to prove how valuable he is in the league. And then you got the Miami Heat, who got Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And they don't really have a major storyline.
No.
Besides the Heat stadium sucks and their fans never show up. And so, you got all these storylines going on.
Could you give us your top 3 storylines?
Top 3 storylines.
Number 3 first.
All right.
What's the best, the coolest storyline of the way this can play out?
Right. I think if Giannis wins the entire thing again, that's going to be so cool.
Okay.
I think that's going to be so interesting to see how Giannis is looked at in history if he wins this ring. Okay. So that's storyline number 1 for me. Number 2 is if the Warriors somehow win this thing. Because if they somehow win, and it's like their dynasty is like even cemented even further, and it's like they got all these young guys and they're just gonna be like new Patriots, it's like their reign isn't over,
Okay.
And then number 3, I think has got to be Jason Tatum. And if Jason Tatum can take the next step in his development, I think that'd be pretty crazy. But also Chris Paul is right there too. Yeah.
That's a close one.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. Story of Chris Paul's career. He almost made the top 3 there, but
Right. Well,
just missed it.
The only reason he wasn't there is because we've already heard that storyline play out.
That's true. That did happen last year, or almost tried to make it happen last year, and then Giannis ended it.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be interesting if we had a Suns-Bucks rematch?
I think Giannis would just completely destroy.
The storylines
Who would
are
guard Giannis?
interesting, but I feel like people would be like, Suns and Bucks again?
I would like it because I get to watch. I just love watching Giannis right now. He's at that stage in his career where he's unstoppable, and few people ever get to that point.
Yeah.
And Giannis is just that right now. His bad games are 35 and 15, like
Yeah.
his bad games, when he's like inefficient. Which he's been pretty inefficient because he's playing the Celtics defense, which is absolutely insane. One of the best defenses we've like ever seen, and Giannis is going against them.
This might be the best series of the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Bucks Celtics. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how any series is going to top this.
Right.
It's so ridiculously close. Like, every single game is decided by...
And it's so physical too. This is like
It's so close.
This is like those old guys are even probably happy because they're like, they can't be saying, "Oh, the league is soft now," because it's so physical in that series.
Yeah. This series hasn't been a game of inches. It's been a game of hairs. A hair's length has decided each game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset with myself. I've only seen like 2 of the games in
Really?
the series. Yeah,
I've watched
2.5.
I've watched like
2.5.
I didn't watch the, so I would say I've watched like 5.5.
Okay.
Not all 6.
But pretty good. 5.5 out of the 6 games.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Another basketball thing. The Sixers season is over. I don't have too much to say about it.
I mean, I got excited for one day.
Yeah.
2
days.
2 days until they played,
Yeah.
and then I was like, Embiid's just not healthy. Embiid.
That's our fallback. Embiid was not at full strength, and he's one of the guys like Giannis
And
who's
Harden
at
only
the
had
unstoppable
one good
point.
game. Harden had one good game. All the other games, he was like pretty bad, honestly. And Maxey just he couldn't be that third option. Tobias Harris obviously couldn't be that, which we knew was going to happen. Danny Green went out in Game 6.
Yeah.
He was actually playing well, but you know,
We learned
there's
that
no depth. The Sixers
Yeah.
had no depth. Like I don't know. You see the guys coming off the bench for Miami, and it's like Victor Oladipo, who's like a
Former All-Star.
All-Star, like, and then you got like
crazy undrafted guys.
yeah, crazy undrafted guys. You know, the Pelicans probably have better depth than us.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones, you know, those guys are better like
Mm-hmm.
5th and 6th options than the Sixers had.
Would you trade Tobias Harris for some depth?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the way Tobias Harris plays. He's like too streaky for me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we need like physical guys, like guys that can, like 3-and-D type guys.
Yeah. Just load up on 3-and-D, basically, because I still like our chances as a championship team moving forward. The things we learned from this playoff series is that James Harden can't carry the team. And that's okay.
Well, but no, I didn't learn. I already knew that, though. That's not something I learned. Is that the Sixers have no perimeter defense. You look at the Celtics Bucks series.
That's true.
And you see the way that series is going, how well they're defending each other.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Sixers, and they can't stay in front of anybody.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey can't stay in front of anybody on defense. He blows by people on offense, but on defense, he just doesn't have it.
Matisse can, but he can't shoot, and so it's tough to play him too much.
Matisse got played off the floor because he couldn't shoot a shot. Like, he
Yeah.
just couldn't make anything on offense. And so we need guys that could just, if Matisse can just develop a shot.
And Maxey will get better at defense.
Maxey hopefully will get better. His frame isn't super big. We just need guys that want to dig in on the defensive end.
Yeah. So we're still in a good spot. Should they keep Doc as the coach?
I'm done with Doc.
Okay.
I don't think so. What do you think?
I have a hard time telling because I don't understand the strategy and like the decisions that have to be made as much as you do, but I have seen the general consensus among Sixers fans seems to be not big fans of Doc Rivers. So we'll see what happens there. The Lakers are interested in him, so he might be going there. And then the Sixers will get to have a third coach in 4 years. So fun times. They're still going to be good. And my prediction still stands of next year is the NBA's 76th season. It only makes sense that the Sixers would win the championship that year. Let's play 2 nicknames in a lie. We played it last week. Parker had such a great fake nickname.
Yep.
Luke is with us now, so we all get to play. But also because Luke is here, I now have to try really hard to hide this because you're both on each side of me, and you're both looking at my computer very obviously. And so...
Okay, Parker, let's not look.
Just a lot of cheating going on right now. So if I lose, just know it's probably because Parker or Luke cheated. I'd like to put that out there right now before anything else happens. Luke, do you want to go
You should
first?
really hide it better. Parker's still looking.
I can't angle it one way or the other. I would rather angle it away from Parker than Luke, though.
Or we
I
could
can
just
see
switch
yours
seats
when
for
you
this.
do that.
Wait, did you look at mine?
I saw who it was. I didn't look at the nicknames, though.
Okay, all right. You didn't see the nicknames, you promise?
I promise.
Okay.
I did not see the nicknames.
Okay, who's going first?
I'm still looking for mine. Do you have yours ready?
I do, yeah.
Sure, let's do
Oh,
that.
this would be a test because we did a ton of people off the podcast,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we might know who it is.
Is it basketball?
No.
Okay, then
Oh,
we're
okay,
good.
then we're good.
Yeah.
So I originally looked up Nick Castellanos, right?
Okay.
He had one nickname. It was such a great nickname. It was Artist.
Ooh,
not
that's
even
good.
not even the artist, but just Artist. And I really wanted to use him because of that, but he only had one nickname, so I went with Juan Soto instead.
Okay.
So we've got El Fuego, Childish Bambino, and Juanjo.
Juanjo's fake.
Wait, keep going. Wait, say it again.
El Fuego,
El Fuego, 5.
Childish Bambino,
Childish Bambino.
and Juanjo.
Juanjo's fake.
Yeah, Juanjo.
It's gotta be.
El Fuego.
Really?
It was like the real one was like La Fiera, whatever that means. I don't know
Oh.
what that means.
Okay.
We should probably look that up. I don't know. La Fiera? It's an interesting one.
Not La Fuera, that's outside.
Alright, I made the mistake of going to Pro Football Reference to try to
It's
do a
a-
football one. There are not a lot of nicknames in football, so I'm still
It's a-
looking.
Mexican TV show.
Wait, what? He's
Huh.
nicknamed after a
A
Mexican.
1983
What's the
Mexican-
synopsis of this TV show? Like, what? Why would he be nicknamed after that?
I don't know.
How? This is interesting. Could you maybe? I mean, La Fiera still has to mean something in English, right?
Probably.
Like, what's the translation?
Plot. A poor, beautiful girl of the neighborhood arrives to conquer the heart of Victor Alfonso, a rich young man of a good family who has been
She has been his friend since childhood.
Yeah, who has been his friend since childhood. However, both have to face opposition from the society. The parents of Victor Alfonso, who despite Natalie for being poor and always having wanted his son to marry Brenda, a beautiful, sophisticated girl. That seems like
Brenda.
every show ever, like
Pretty
every
much.
old show ever.
Yeah. So what does it? We still don't know what it means in English. Cooper Cup's
Google
middle
translate.
name is Douglas.
Are you doing Cooper Cup?
It's the same as my dad. No, he has no nicknames. It's unfortunate. My dad's middle name is also Douglas. Good for you, Dad.
It means. Wait, no, I want it in Spanish.
Yeah. Dude, nobody in
It means.
football
Oh,
has
it means
nicknames.
the Beast.
Oh, the bee.
That's
Oh,
sick.
there we go. Okay, now it's a good nickname. The Beast? Yes. Okay. That's redemption for that nickname.
So I think it's probably the Beast and not the TV show.
Yeah. I would assume. So wait, in that TV show, who is the Beast? Probably Brenda.
Or the dude, Alfonso. 'Cause
Victor.
He's. Oh yeah, Victor
Victor.
Alfonso.
It's possible. He might be the Beast. If he's the protagonist, I don't know. How do you say beauty in Spanish? Beauty in La Fiera. I don't know. That was
Is
just
it,
looking in my
like,
head.
I think
I'm
it's like
still looking up a nickname.
All right, I have one.
Monte
Should I go?
Q.
All right, I'm
This
doing
is-
Jordan Poole.
Okay.
Luke, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's been going off for
Heard
the
his name.
Warriors.
Heard his
Okay.
name.
Okay, so we got 3 names: the Microwave, J3, Pool Party.
J3 is so good because it seems too generic.
I think Pool
Like I
Party's
did
the fake
last
one.
week.
I think Pool Party's the fake one.
So, what I'm between here is, yeah, Pool Party seems like one that Parker would have come up with. That's really good, but
That's a
fake.
yeah, that would be really good.
And what was it? J3.
And Microwave, the Microwave.
No, that one's real.
That one's real.
J3 is the generic one that could be real and bad, or he did it like just because he had to
Yeah.
think of one. And so, let Let me see.
I'm going with Pool Party. I like it.
I'm gonna go J3 just to do different than Luke.
J3 is fake.
Let's go.
Here
Pool
are
Party
his
is good.
nicknames.
It's a good
Pool
one.
Party is a real nickname, which is actually really awesome.
That's a pretty cool nickname.
It's a pretty cool. I wish I could have come up with that. That's really cool. Because like you know, Pool Party, like just splashing threes. Swaggy Pool is one.
Oh.
JP3 is one, so I just did J3.
Okay.
I couldn't think of anything that would be believable. I was gonna do
Yeah.
like push and pool or like I don't know. I should have gone party pool. And then
I think we would have been on
you
to
would have
that.
known. You
but
would have known. See, like I couldn't.
Pool
think
Party
of it.
is such a good nickname.
And then
It's
the
really good.
microwave is obviously
That's
not.
solid.
I could have gone like the refrigerator, swaggy pool, and pool party. What would you have picked if I would have done that?
I would have said refrigerator.
Probably
is
the
Really?
refrigerator.
Okay, all right.
Because that's William Perry's nickname, the big guy who played for the Bears.
Okay.
And so I'd be like, they stole that. And if that is his nickname, I'd be offended because that shouldn't be his nickname.
Oh, how about what if I would have said the dishwasher, swaggy pool, pool party?
I don't even know.
You're just naming appliances now,
Yeah.
so I think I probably would have said the dishwasher is wrong.
The washing machine.
I don't know.
The washer,
The washer, the dryer, and the microwave.
the maid, the bartender, and swaggy pool.
Who murdered?
Who murdered
Who
Jordan
done it?
Poole? Oh my word. So I tried to look on Football Reference to have us have one baseball, one basketball, and one football, but none of the football players have nicknames, and it's really sad. Let's fix that. Football, let's give ourselves some better nicknames. I did Bob Kuzie,
Ooh.
a throwback. He played, actually, let me check real quick what years he played. He played, 13-time All-Star. He won
Yeah, but
an MVP.
He played back when nobody else played.
6-time NBA champ. Well, yeah, he was on the Boston teams. Some of the Boston teams where it's
Right.
like, yeah,
Where they're just unfair.
there wasn't much competition.
Yeah.
He played from 1950 to 1962, and then from 63 to 69 he did not play because he had retired, and then came back in 1970
Came back 7 years later.
Wow.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
at age 41
That's where Tom Brady.
And
did
what
not
were
do
his
that.
stats
to
that
play
year?
for the Cincinnati Royals.
What were his stats?
He played 7 games for the Cincinnati Royals.
How many points?
4.9 minutes per game, 0.1 field goals
He scored one.
per game.
He scored one field goal in the 7 games. He made one shot.
Yeah, he shot 100% from the free throw line. 0.4 field goals attempted per game. He shot 33%, 0.7 points per game in 7 games for
Wow.
the Cincinnati Royals
Huh.
for Bob Kuzie. He basically, like Parker said, he played when nobody else was playing and the Celtics had 0 competition. And here are his 3 nicknames. Bobby Kuze, Houdini of the Hardwood, Flenchy.
List them again.
Bobby Kuze, Houdini of the Hardwood, Flenchy.
Flenchy. That's the fake one.
It's gotta be Bobby Q's. That's the fake one.
Bobby Kuze
Yes!
is fake.
I knew it!
He was actually nicknamed Kuze, and so I just threw a Bobby in front of it.
I
And
thought
then
about Bobby
Houdini
Coos,
of
but
the
I'm like,
Hardwood
it seems so
and
generic that I
Flenchy.
feel like Owen would throw it in there to throw us off.
Bobby
but Owen
Coos.
is just generic.
Hey, it worked.
So
It worked.
Let's go.
I don't know what Flenchy means, but we've looked
I
up
don't know
enough stuff.
either.
in
It
this
would have been
episode,
impossible
so.
for you to come up with the Flenchy nickname. Like
I thought
Flenchy-
maybe he pulled it off of like something else. Like I
Mm.
don't know, maybe he saw something else that was like, because he looked up like 70 different people. So I thought maybe he pulled one of their nicknames.
I
and put
should
it
have
in.
done that. That would have been smart. Because, yeah, I looked up like 10 football players, and the only one who had a nickname was Jerry Rice. And he didn't have like that many. The one was Goat, and I was like, well, okay, that's not. I don't want that. So, yeah. That was 2 nicknames and a lie. I realized we didn't even really like explain the game. You're able to figure it out, right? It's 2 truths and a lie, but you have
With
to figure out
nicknames.
which athlete's nickname is not real. And that should just about do it for this episode.
Wait.
Thank you guys
Whoa,
for
whoa,
what?
stop, hold up.
What?
We still got another minute. I said.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
got about a
one more
minute. We got about a minute. I said.
I guess so.
But before we start that minute,
Only a minute.
what if
though.
I would have came up with the nickname Push and Pool?
That's so good.
That's good, isn't
Parker's the best at coming up with fake nicknames.
It takes
I'll
me
say
too
that.
long. I've just kept thinking about what are some better nicknames.
Bryson Dice though is
Good
pretty good.
wordplay.
I still
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, Bryson.
It's the only one that made it onto a t-shirt.
T-shirt. That was a good one.
All right,
Bryson
we do
Dice.
have one more minute, so let's get
I
to it.
guess so.
Surprised it hasn't made it on MLB Reference yet.
Yeah, can we send them an
How
email?
do we submit? How do we submit to get a nickname on there?
I'll just text the commissioner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hope
it
that
works.
his phone number gets leaked.
It works, yeah. You ready, Luke? You ready? Oh, you go down? That's weird.
Yeah, you guys go with different
We've always gone with
styles
different
of
ones.
your
Yeah.
timers.
I like to have the Avengers thing ring at the end though.
Oh, that's
Okay.
cool. Let's go. All right. Should I start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. All right, let's talk about Doctor Strange because that movie was absolutely insane.
It was so insane. I think every aspect of that movie was great. I loved how it was very different than any other Marvel movie and incorporated that more horror aspect to it.
Yeah, there was so many different moments where I was just so scared and I jumped like 4 or 5 times. Oh, and you would be freaked out.
Are you gonna see it? Can we spoil?
your segment.
I think the introduction to the Illuminati was amazing. How we got Monica Rambeau, we've got
What?
we've got Fantastic Four, we got Mr. Fantastic, we've got Charles Xavier, and we've got Captain Carter. It's
The
insane.
Illuminati?
Yeah, and then the different types of Doctor Stranges, Defender Strange, Zombie Strange, and also, what was the other Doctor Strange? There was one more.
I don't remember who the other one is, but I know I love how we can incorporate so many different types, and that just means that you'll also see both the
Sinister Strange.
yes, that means we'll also see both the other Lokis, and that'll all come in eventually as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so the 4 Doctor Stranges, when they turned into paint, that was crazy.
That was awesome. Parker, have you finished Moon Knight yet?
I haven't.
Okay, then we won't talk too much about that. But just know the last episode's crazy. It is one for the ages. That whole show was insane.
I also want to talk about some other crazy things that happened. When Reed Richards got turned into string, that was absolutely insane. When the Inhuman, when he
Black Bolt.
when Black Bolt like caved in his own skull, that was insane. Yeah.
I think the bringing of the Inhumans was crazy because that whole series got like canceled or whatever. So we know the Terrigen Mist is like actually within Marvel now.
And that's gonna play a factor in Miss Marvel, and also it's gonna be super super crazy the next coming movies.
Absolutely, and I think that we still get more Inhumans, including Black Bolt and his companions.
Yeah, and the souls of the doomed, the damned, that was crazy, and using them as a cape was absolutely insane.
What? None of that made any sense.
You gotta watch
That was
the
the
movie.
weirdest Marvel minute ever. That was just all nonsense.
No, you gotta watch the movie. Do you understand anything we were saying?
I have heard of the Illuminati. They brought that in. That's not made up. That's like
It's a Marvel comic thing.
That's like yeah, but didn't the Illuminati like come from? Marvel didn't make up the Illuminati.
No, but that's what the group is called.
Oh,
in
we
the
should have told him
Illuminati.
about.
Couldn't they have come up
Dreamwalking.
with a better name?
Oh, we
Oh,
didn't even
Dreamwalking.
mention Dreamwalking.
Well, that's too bad. That's just sleepwalking.
No, it's
no,
not.
it's not.
That's
You have to watch the
sleepwalking.
movie. There's so many crazy things
Dreamwalking
that
is
happen.
basically where, like, you know how you dream, right?
Yeah.
So basically, when
Yes.
you dream, it's you, like that. You're dreaming is you seeing
Seeing
yourself in
a
another
parallel-
multiverse.
Yeah, in a parallel universe.
So like
Last
when
night
you're
I
dreaming,
dreamed that prom got canceled because of snow.
So in an
so
alternate
so another universe, you were going to prom and it got canceled because it was snowing.
That's,
That is how that works.
yeah,
yes.
maybe it was a
Okay.
universe where the seasons
Okay.
are flipped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like how you sometimes go unread in other universes.
Okay. So basically, they told
Or
you
turn into
guys
Or
that
turn into paint. Or turn into blocks.
they just told you guys that dreams are real, basically.
Yeah, just in different multiverses.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Well,
eerily
not different
similar to the plot
different
of
universes.
That's
Boy
actually
and Lava Girl.
that's not what dreamwalking is. That's just about dreams.
Yeah.
Dreams is when you use the
Dreamwalking.
dream is when you use the dark hold.
Dreamwalking is when you
Yeah,
use
that's what
the
I'm saying. Dreamwalking is when you use the dark hold to kind of possess you in another universe and use yourself to walk through the other universe within your other
right,
self.
but you need to find the Book of Ashanti because that'll
That'll
counteract.
counteract the dark hold.
dark
Because if you use the dark hold, you'll get a third eye on your head.
Yeah.
Illuminati. You know the saying, like, I don't know if it's a saying or just like a concept of the more you know, the less you know that you know. It's like, it's some type of phrase where it's like the people who know the least about something think they know a bunch about it. Because the more you learn, the more you realize, oh, I don't really understand this thing as much as I
feel
thought
like that
I
was
did.
me through most of chemistry.
That kind of, yeah. We're like
Like AP Chem.
the people who are kind of ignorant towards something are like, oh yeah, that's simple. I understand that. And then if you start learning about it, you're like, oh, that was kind of what happened there. The more information you guys gave me, the more confused I got.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
that's because you haven't watched the movie yet. Once you watch the movie, you'll understand.
I don't think I'm gonna watch the movie though. So
What?
yeah.
Episode 149. We'll see you next week on episode 150.
Woo!
Big 150.
That's a big
What are
one.
we gonna do for that? I didn't even think about that until just now. We'll think of something.